Hey, welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Timmy here with Chalk Couture, and I am so excited to be back with you today. It feels like it has been forever since I've had a chance to do some chalking with you live. So if you're just jumping on in, be sure to say hi. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to see if I can get those comments there to load so I'll know when you're with me. And if this is your first time watching me and seeing Chalk Couture, I'd love it if you'd let me know that. So just put a number 1 in the comments, whether you're watching me live or you're watching this on the replay. I'd love to know if you have seen this awesome product, Chalk Couture, before, or if you've seen me live before. If you've seen me or you've seen the product, go ahead and put 2. If you have never seen Chalk Couture or have never watched me live, either one, put in a number 1 in the comments. Then I'll know who's with us here today. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Timmy. I am an independent designer and master mentor with Chalk Couture, which is a fabulous home DIY company that I have the pleasure of working with to create some gorgeous, beautiful home decor and gifts, so simple and so easily without a lot of knowledge or skill. And I'm going to prove it to you today by sharing how it is that you can use our products to create just about anything on just about any surface. And I'm super excited today to show you the transfer that we're going to be using. And initially, you might think, oh my goodness, that is a really large transfer. How in the world am I going to work with that transfer? And I am going to show you just how darn simple it is. So this is our Winter Wonderland transfer. It is one of the largest, it is the largest size transfer that we offer. You can see it's pretty big. It doesn't even it takes up more than my whole screen here. But what is here are several different pieces that we're going to be able to cut apart and use individually. So don't let this large size transfer intimidate you, because this is so much fun to kind of mix and match, and Chalk Couture makes it super easy to do so. But I'm jumping ahead a little bit of myself, so let me tell you a little bit about Chalk Couture and our products, and then we're going to jump right into our project and what it is we're working on. Cindy, it's great to have you here. I have missed you. I hope you are doing super well. And let's see, we're going to put this. Nope, we want this one there. So I'm going to get our view here set. There we go. So you can see me and our project. And I'm going to get that out of the way there for just a minute. I'm going to put my website down here at the bottom for you in case you want it, because any of the products that I'm showing you today are ones that you can pick up on my website. So if you see something that you really love and you want to try to create this great project yourself at home, you can do so just by going right to my website, chalkcouture.com/Timmy, that's T-I-M-I, and pick up any of these awesome products. Now, what do we offer? Well, I showed you that big, huge transfer, right? So one of the things that we first want to do when we get our transfer is we want to cut it up along the cut lines. And you saw this big guy here. So this is a fabric transfer. So different than a stencil, it is actually a silk screen fabric, and it's got a little white backer sheet on it. And the reason that we have that white backer sheet is because the back side of our transfers are sticky. And this backer sheet helps protect that stickiness. Why is that important? Well, different from stencils where they're a one-time use, our silk screen transfers are reusable. You can use them over and over again, and you can use them on lots of different surfaces. So this is what creates beautiful designs. So today we're going to be using different pieces of this transfer, this Winter Wonderland transfer, on 3 different surfaces. And some of these surfaces are ones that you can just find anywhere in your craft stores. Some of them are surfaces that you can order directly from me through Chalk Couture. The first surface that I'm going to use is this little canvas bag I found, and I'm just going to make a cute little winter village house on that little canvas bag. Now, when you're using fabric, you can use one of two types of mediums. One is our chalk paste. The other is our permanent inks. Now, for today's purposes, I'm going to be using our chalk paste. Now, our chalk paste comes in 3-ounce containers like this. When you open it up, you'll see that we've got a paste in here, and what we'll first do before we use that paste is just give it a good stir and make sure it is all of the right consistency. This is one of our shimmer paste. We have 4 shimmer paste colors. This is our gold. It's one of my favorites and so perfect for the holiday season. And it's definitely one that I'm going to be using for our little house here. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to save it for our roof color. And then the second color I'm going to use, and I have a whole slew of color options available to me. And I want to find my Regal, and let me just pull my little area over here so you can see what I'm looking at. Lots of different color options here, as you can see. Holy cow, right? And I just went through all of these this morning, making sure that they were all set and ready to use. And I'm looking for my Regal. Here it is. This is Regal. It is a beautiful purpley eggplant color, and perfect for the fall and winter season. So that's the colors I'm going to use for my little canvas bag here. And when we get to the next surfaces, I'm going to need your help in helping me choose some colors for the other 2 surfaces. The other 2 surfaces, just so that you know what we're going to chalk on, is we're going to chalk on our chalkboard surface. This is a board and base surface that you can get through me through Chalk Couture. And this time I'm going to use the darling little church. And then this is going to be the roof that's going to go on that church. So as you're watching and thinking, help me to figure out what colors you think would be best to go for our church. And then lastly, and this I think you're really going to love, is I am actually going to chalk on cardstock. This is paper, and I'm going to create a little village here that then we're going to cut out and create cute little, let's see if I can give you what I want to show you here. We're going to create some cute little ornaments for our tree. And that is just using these darling little transfers on cardstock. That's all it takes. So that's what we're going to be working on next. And let's see if I can get my picture back up here. Awesome. All right. So those are the 3 projects that we're going to do. I promise they're not going to take tons of time. So I hope you enjoy and watch, and let me know if you have any questions along the way. So what I said before about being able to create your own home decor simply and easily, you know what? I totally was not kidding. It is so super simple to be able to create with Chalk Couture. Between our gorgeous chalk paste colors and our surfaces and our incredible different designs, you are going to be starting to create like a professional in just seconds with our designs. I guarantee it. And you know, you really aren't limited to working on any particular surface. That's one of the best things about this. You can pretty much chalk on any surface that you want, whether it's one of ours or something that you found around the house that you want to add a little extra flair to. Really, that is it. So one of the cool things about this big winter Wonderland transfer is that each of the pieces of the transfer have a little letter next to them. And the letter helps you to figure out which piece goes with which piece. So our little house here, D, has a matching roof, D. And when we get to our church, same thing is true. I see the little C here in the corner for our church building, and then a little C at the bottom here for our church roof. So that's how you know what piece goes with what piece. Super easy. And working with these transfers are a dream. Now, I've used this one quite a bit. We say that you can expect to use our transfers about 8 to 10 times. This one, I'll be honest with you, I probably have used already more than that. And when you know it's starting to be ready to change out, it's when it's really no longer sticky. And I'll be honest, this is definitely almost at that point. So I'm going to just have to hold on to this pretty well because I'm not going to get the same kind of adherence I would if it were brand new and weren't kind of past its prime. Doesn't mean you can't use it, you just need to be a little more careful with using it because you will find that it might move around on you. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can take some of our placement tape or any tape that you have around the house, but this will be nice because it won't move and it won't be too sticky. It won't leave any sticky residue on my surface. And I can just place this down to kind of give me a little more life out of my transfer. And that will just help this stay put. Now, the reason why you want it to be a nice adhesive is that you're going to that way get the cleanest line. So when it's not super sticky like it is right now, because I've used it a few too many times, it is not going to stick and not going to give me as clean of a line as I'd like. But that's okay. I am going to show you just how much you can use it even without perfect lines, perfect stickiness. Now I'm just taking my little squeegee here. This is actually a segment of a squeegee. And I'm just going to use it while it's dry to just kind of pull out any air bubbles that are here. Now, because this isn't super sticky, one of the things that I'm going to do is I am going to just draw my chalk paste across this screen in a single direction. That will kind of help me to make sure that I'm not going to get paste where I don't want it. Little trick of the trade here. So when you're working on fabric like this, you can use either chalk paste or our inks. I like using the chalk paste when it's going on a surface that I'm not going to have to worry about needing to wash. This isn't something I'm going to need to wash, but if I were doing it on a pillowcase or a t-shirt or a tea towel, I might want to use our inks because then I can heat set it so it'll be permanent and then washable. In this case, like I said, this is a little kind of decorative bag, and I am not going to need to worry about, look at that. Gorgeous, huh? Now, was that hard or what? All I did was spread that chalk paste across the surface of that transfer, and look at the gorgeous design that was left. Now, this is going to need a few minutes to dry, and so I'm going to actually take my tape here off the corners, and I'm going to stick this in a water bath that I have nearby. That's all you need to do to clean your transfer so that you can reuse it again. All you need to do is just stick it in a water bath, use one of our little board erasers, and clean it up. So I am just putting this into the water, sticky side down, and then I'm just rubbing the board eraser around the top front of the screen just to wipe off that chalk paste. That's it. That's all it takes. And then I am just going to dry it sticky side up. Looks like I didn't do a great job cleaning it the last time on the other side, so I'm just going to give that a quick little clean. And I'm going to put this off to the side to let that dry before we put on the roof. Simple. That's it. So our first part of our little canvas bag is done. Now we're going to let that dry, as I said, and I'm going to just wash off those little tools that I was using. That was a little stir stick, by the way, that we sell. You can buy those in a pack of 24. And that little squeegee. We sell them in a small size and a mini size. So this is the small squeegee. And I think I have a mini here hanging around somewhere, but it's about the same size as the one I was using. The one I was using was actually an old one that I had cut up into quarters, but the mini is about that size. I seem to be missing one at the moment here. All right, so I have washed off those tools as well, so now I can move on to my next project while I'm waiting for this to dry. Now, if I was in a hurry and I wanted this to dry really quickly, I could take a heat gun or a hair dryer and dry it, but since we're working on 3 surfaces, I'm just going to move to my next surface and we'll go from there. So I'm going to put this off to the side and let it dry for a few minutes. And let's head over to our chalkboard surface. Let me talk to you a little bit about this chalkboard surface. This is, as I mentioned, our board and base. This is a 2-sided surface. And if you'll look, I actually have chalked something on the other side. This is part of our Nutcracker transfer set. So this is really cute. It's called Son of a Nutcracker, and he's got the great Nutcracker guy, and then there's also, oh sorry, this is not part of the Son of the Nutcracker. I take it back. This is the Nutcracker guy, and then we have another transfer called Son of a Nutcracker, which is my favorite saying for the holiday season, and you could work those 2 together if you wanted. But he fits really perfectly on this board and base size. This is a 5x7 chalkboard surface. As I said, it's 2-sided, and it comes with this little wooden base that you can stick your board into. It can go in vertically or horizontally, so your choice. And one of the great things about using our chalk paste on a chalkboard surface is that if you want to change out your design, you can, because this chalk paste, although it dries hard and it's not going to come off on my hands, if we want to remove it, all we need to do is simply take that board eraser with a little bit of water and some elbow grease and remove it. So because this is a 2-sided board, I don't really have to remove this in order to use this surface again. I could actually just turn it around. But I wanted to show you just how easy it is should you decide that you want to change out your surface. It's one of the things, I'll be honest with you, that really, I don't know, just blew me away when I first learned about Chalk Couture. That not only could you create some beautiful home decor really easily with chalk, but that chalk could also be erased when I wanted to, and I could change out my surfaces and add a new design. So whether it's a seasonal thing that I want to change up, or I just got bored and I wanted to add a new decor flair to my home, I could do it without having to go out and buying a whole new decor piece. All I had to do was just simply erase this one and then add a new design. Now, this has been on here for quite a few weeks, and as you can see, I'm using a decent amount of elbow grease here to get it all off. But these board erasers work like a dream. They are so awesome. Not only are they great for cleaning up your transfers, but they're really also awesome for cleaning up your chalkboard surfaces and not leaving any of that ghosting that you'll also find often when you erase chalk from a chalkboard. So these chalkboards were specially formulated to work with our chalk paste. So if you're looking for a really great board, definitely head over to my website. We have some awesome specials going on right now on these different boutique board surfaces. They are 50% off in the month of October while supplies last, and they are going fast. This board and base is not one of the ones on sale, but it is a very reasonably priced board at, I believe it's $7.99. So it's a great deal, this 2-sided board. But we have a 10-inch round surface that is 50% off right now, so I believe you can get it for $4.99. It's a great deal. It's a 2-sided 10-inch round board. And we also have a hexagon shape in 10 inches and a bigger one in 16 inches. So lots of great surfaces right now on sale on my website for 50% off. So be sure to check that out. So as you can see, we have now a nice clean chalkboard surface. A little water here, just gonna clean that up. And we are ready to use it for our next piece of our church. Now I said, Cindy, if you're still here watching me, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what color you'd like to see this church. I really love our Tide, which is this beautiful bluish green color. And I think it would look really pretty with our silver glimmer as our roof. So that's where I think I'm going with this. But if you have suggestions or want to see a whole different color, just let me know. Now, as I mentioned, we've used these transfers before, but and we had just used it on a fabric surface, so I didn't have to worry about it being so sticky that it would stick to my surface and be hard to pull off. But when we're using these transfers on a chalkboard surface, or especially something like glass or even wood, you might want to give your transfer a little bit of a fuzz using a fuzzing cloth. And what that does is it just makes sure that it picks up a little bit of lint on your surface, and it's just going to make it easy for us to pull this up when we have finished adding our paste to it. So you'll notice that I'm just taking my finger here and making sure that I got a good adherence. And again, that's just helping to ensure that we get a nice, clean design. Now, when I open up my Tide, you'll see that there is some pigment there floating on the top. Very, very common. But all you want to do is just take that stir stick and give this a nice, good stir. Now, your consistency of your chalk paste should be kind of like yogurt, and this is a pretty, like Greek yogurt, right? This is pretty nice consistency. If you find when you open it and you give it and you've given it a really good stir, it feels a little thick, don't be afraid of adding a little water. Awesome, Cindy, thanks. I'm glad you like the choice. You said you haven't tried it yet, but does the hexagon board fit into the board and base stand? Oh, that is a great question. Where is my little hexagon shape? I'll have to check that out for you, Cindy. I don't know, but I'll bet it may very well. So remind me again, and I'll go check that out, and I will test it out and let you know for sure. I don't know if I have my hexagon nearby enough that I can find it and test it out, but what a great idea. I think that sounds awesome. Okay, so we've got our church here and ready. I'm going to take my small squeegee, dip it right inside my Tide paste here, and simply going to take that and drag the chalk paste over the surface of the screen. This is just how simple it is. My mentor, the person who taught me about Couture and helps me to grow my business, her name is Susan Tapley, lovely lady, and she talked about this is like buttering toast. So if you know how to butter toast, then you will know how to chalk. It's just simply like buttering toast. It's really just that easy. And the best part, peel back and reveal that design. Now I just love that Tide. Now as this dries, this is actually just gonna pop even more. So give it a few minutes here, and that's all it'll take to dry. And then we'll be able to add the roof with our silver, I think. And we'll be able to finish up that piece of our design. All right, and here's the last one. So what do you think? Do you believe me about this paper? Do you think it's really possible for us to be able to chalk on paper? I think you're gonna love it. Wait till you see. Now, I really love this gold, and I've got it out, so I think I am going to take this cute house and make it gold. What do you think? I'm looking for my, I have a paper towel over here. That's what I was looking for, so I can put my dirty things over there. So same thing with paper. just make sure that before you put it down onto the paper that you have fuzzed this pretty well. If this is a brand new transfer in particular, you want to make sure that you give it a really nice fuzz. Because we want to make sure that it pulls up off this paper without ripping the paper or ruining your transfer. So you can just place this down where you want it to go. And my plan is to cut this out. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little room to do that. And I'll grab a new squeegee. Here we go. And same process, just going to drag the chalk paste down over the screen. Now, this Winter Wonderland transfer is super cute and really versatile. So we can make these cute little ornaments for our tree. We can make those little bags or decorate a mantelpiece for our fireplace, right, on a nice surface. We can also make a beautiful pillow. And as a matter of fact, this works beautifully on our lumbar pillow surface. And very soon, matter of fact, on Tuesday, I have a class coming up at my house where we are actually going to create a Winter Wonderland pillow. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, Cindy, this is cardstock. And, you know, I use pretty good quality cardstock, but it's nothing super fancy. So you can see it's just a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Look at the crispness on that. Look at how beautiful it is. So this too is just going to take another minute or two to dry. So while we're letting that dry, we're going to head back over and grab our cute little guy here. So this is our little canvas bag that we started with, remember? All right, now I have to remember which, okay, so that was, dun, dun, dun. What letter was that, guys? D, it was D. So I'm looking for my D, here we go. Here's my D. I'm going to look for that to put on my roof. So I'm going to line up that little chimney cutout to be able to put my roof on. And that's all I had to do. I'm going to grab this same gorgeous gold to go with the Regal. And same thing, just going to go in one direction. This is also a design that I've used quite a bit. So it is moving around a little bit on me. That adhesion is just about at its end. But as you can see, you can still use it. And lift, and there's our roof. Cute, huh? That's it. That's all it took for that cute little bag to be done and finished. So once that dries, we'll have a cute little baggie that would be cute to add maybe to a wine bottle, put some maybe cookies in it. I think you could do whatever you really wanted with this. Wouldn't that be darling? All right, so we'll let that dry. And we'll head over to look at our church and see how he's doing. Now he's not totally dry yet, and how I can tell is that the outside edges are a little darker in color than the inside. I'm not sure that you can see that here as well but it's pretty close. It is pretty close. So we're just gonna wave it around here a little bit. Ooh. And remember, here's what those cute little cardstock ornaments look like. Aren't they just darling? So super cute. So we made a whole bunch of these when we did our event. We did a nice vendor event where we dressed up a Christmas tree with all sorts of ornaments that we had made. And that was a really fun one to add to it. So super cute. All right, so we're going to check on this and see if it's dry. We're going to give it one more minute. Hey, by the way, I was mentioning about my class and want to show you what the finished project is going to look like when, here we go, when you are doing the Winter Wonderland on the pillowcase. That's what it's going to look like. So if you're around and live in Connecticut and want to come by and create this awesome pillowcase for your home or for a gift, let me know. Just go ahead and put class in the comments and I'd be happy to be in contact with you to give you more info about it. But it's going to be a super fun class. You can see we have lots of little embellishments we can add to the Winter Wonderland, little trees, a little lamppost, and some cute little wreaths on the door. All of that is stuff that you can add, all part of that cute Winter Wonderland transfer design. Now, if you're not local to me, you can easily create this on your own. So absolutely feel free. Hey, Diane, welcome. Nice to have you here. So we are just talking about our Winter Wonderland pillow, and we are just getting ready to finish up our board and base and add the roof to our church. So I think we decided we were going to do a, let's see, I need my, which B, is this B? My church, is it B? No, it's C. Let's see. It's this guy that's going on the roof. And we're just finishing up the roof on our church here. And same thing, we are just going to use this to the peak here to line up and the windows here to line up. So I'm going to bring this a little closer to me here so I can get this lined up where I want it. And that little hole goes right in there. It's a little bit of an eyeball work. We don't have any arrows or anything to give you a sense about exactly where this goes. But, you know, remember, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. All you have to do is erase it and start again. Super easy. No stress, super relaxing activity. That's what we want you to feel like when you're using Chalk Couture. Having fun, relaxing, taking advantage of a relaxing Saturday morning and create something that makes you feel good and happy. Now, if you really like creating fun things that make you happy, you definitely want to be part of my Style Innovators group. That is a group that you can join on Facebook, and it is available to you if you are not a designer. So if you're watching and you want to be part of my Style Innovators group, feel free to just let me know, and I'll be happy to add you. You can also get to it right here on my page, so it is there for you as well. Now, the other thing that you might be interested in learning a little bit about is our, look at this, how stinking cute, right? Look at that. How fun and easy was that to put on? Now, like I said, I did not stress about it lining up perfectly. And in some ways, I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to look like something I created. And that was super fun, right? Look at those great colors together. This is the Tide and the silver. Super, super cute, right? And of course, it can go right into our board and base. We could have a whole village of these lining up on our mantle on these little board and bases, or we could even do a longer surface. That would be super cute too. So that is there for you. Maybe we'll add a little embellishments here, but I want to get back to our last project, which is our paper. And we want to put our roof. And this is dry, so you can see I'm rubbing it. It's not coming off of my hand, so it's good. And this is our roof that goes with this. This is B. So this is lining up with our B house. And same thing, it's these little triangles here that we are going to use to line up to add our roof on. Now, what color should we do our roof? You know what? Let's be crazy and go purple. Why not? I love this Regal. It's so beautiful. And with the gold, I think it's just going to be gorgeous. Now notice I did not fuzz this. I probably should have. I forgot. But as I said, this was used before. So if you've used it before, don't stress. Don't press too hard either. Just put on your paste. Put the excess right back in the jar to use it again because you don't need very much. And then very gently just pull back to reveal the design. Slow and steady, in this case, wins the race. That's it. So how darn cute is that, right? So we can just take our scissors and cut out around this. We can add some other embellishments to our house if we wanted. Maybe add a few cute little wreaths as part of the set. Overlap a house, a tree. My goodness, a house. Maybe I want to leave a little extra space here for the punch out. I could do that. Now, of course, this isn't quite dry yet, so I do want to be careful that I don't touch that purple because it's not totally dry yet. But I just wanted to show you really how easy it is to create these darling little houses. If you've got little ones at home, this is a great project to do with them. They could create their own little village, put it in their rooms, or help you decorate your tree. Wouldn't that be cute? So that's it. There's our little house. Thanks, Diane. I'm glad you love it. This is so much fun. When I saw this Winter Wonderland transfer, I just couldn't wait to give it a try and test it out on all sorts of surfaces. So I hope that as you're watching, you really do get a sense of the many ways in which you can use our chalk paste and our beautiful transfers. And know that when you're using it on a chalkboard surface, that if something doesn't come off the way you want to, just take that board eraser and wipe it right off and start again. That's all it takes. So let me put a few of these pieces away. We'll take a look at all three projects we finished here. And look at that, in just 30 minutes, really, we finished 3 different projects using the same transfer. How stinking cute. What do you think? I hope that you liked them. I hope you had fun. I had so much fun. I had such a wonderful vacation away. If you're just watching me, you might know that I have been away, and I loved my trip, but boy, did I miss all of you and miss my chalking. So it's great to be back with you. I can't wait to share all of the awesome holiday designs that were just released earlier this month with you. Also, just want to point out that if you do like what you're seeing and you want to join me locally for one of my classes, this is the list of upcoming workshops I have. So our Winter Wonderland pillow that we just talked about. I also have an open studio night where you can come and choose any one of the Chalk Couture surfaces I have on hand and use any one of my transfers and create the sign of your dreams. Every month I do a chalk club, and my chalk club class is returning in November, and we're going to be using the Baking Spirits Bright little gingerbread man guy. I'm going to love him. On Thursday, November 14th, we're doing a sip and chalk where you can come to my house and I'm going to teach you how to create this beautiful ice skate rental chalkboard sign. And lastly, on the 17th of November, before the Thanksgiving holiday, we have one more where we're doing the Countdown to Santa workshop. If you want notifications about the various workshops that I do, just put your email address or message me your email address. I will be happy to send you updates as they come along. And again, if you are interested in joining my Style Innovators group, you can do that just by going to facebook.com/groups/Style Innovators. That's where I often will provide some special deals and specials. And with the holidays coming up, there might be a few. So feel free to come on in and check that out. And lastly, just wanted to say that if you're watching and you're thinking, oh my God, I love what she's doing, I want to learn how to do that too, then you know what? I would love to have you come and join me. I now have a team of more than 50 designers that I work with and help mentor to grow a successful Chalk Couture business. And if you're looking to be able to bring in a couple $100 a month in extra revenue, I can teach you how to do that by doing something you love. If you love to craft, if you love to create, if you love to teach, If you love what you're seeing and think, hey, I can do this too, let me know. Go ahead and reach out to me. You can just let me know that you're interested in talking about what it means to be a designer. I'd be happy to share. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy the time with your families and your friends. And I will see you again soon. I promise. I'm addicted and I can't wait to come back and share more Chalk Couture love with you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.